Global trade, also known as international trade, is simply to import and export of goods and services across international boundaries. Goods and services that enter into a country for sale are called imports. Goods and services that leave a country for sale in another country are called exports. For example, a country may import wheat because it doesn't have much arable land, but export oil because it has oil in abundance. An opportunity cost is the benefit one gives up in marketing and economic choice. The classic example is guns and butter, domestic investment over defense spending. The more guns you produce, the less funds are available to invest in public school and infrastructure, for example. The more you invest in the domestic economy, the less you can spend on defense.
Advantage. Let's say that England produces more wheat per man-hour than Portugal, and Portugal produces more wine per man-hour than England. Consequently, England has comparative advantage in producing wheat, and Portugal has comparative advantage producing wine. In other words, England's opportunity cost for the production of wheat is lower than the production of wine, and Portugal's opportunity costs are lower for production of wine than the production of wheat that have England. Thus, England is better at producing wheat, selling it to Portugal, and buying its wine from Portugal. Portugal, on the other hand, is better at selling its wine to England and buying its wheat from England too. What we can learn from this example: global trade allows for specialization and lower cost to consumers like us. Countries can focus on what they are best situated to do, engage in activities with the lowest opportunity cost from them. Focusing on their comparative advantage means that they can maximize production and efficiency, which leads to generate potential for profit and economic growth.
Global trade can create economic wealth on a global scale as each country maximizes its revenue and growth by focusing on what it does best and saving money on imports that will be more costly for it to produce domestically. A country generates revenue from exporting the excess goods and services that its domestic market doesn't need to other countries that have a different comparative advantage. The money it receives from the exports can be used for importing goods and services it does not produce from the countries that have a comparative advantage in the production of these goods and services. Just like England and Portugal, trading wine and wheat, but on a global scale with countless products and services. Global trade can also reduce international conflict and war. It may not make intuitive sense at first glance, but think about it for a moment. Global trade creates long-term mutually beneficial relationship on a symbiosis. If you start a war with someone who provides you need goods such as wheat or oil, you may have just shot yourself in the foot.
Global Trade is the leading management, consulting, and marketing solution company dedicated to helping entrepreneurs and small business go global. Our mission is simple: to make going global easy by giving you the tools, resources, and knowledge you need. In today's fiercely competitive economy, it's the entrepreneurs and the small business owners of the world who are tuning to the global trade, discovering accelerate growth and big profits, and reshaping the new world economy.